Hello there. Thank you for being here. It is the start of another month. I'm coming up to, it's May. Just started May. And that means it's time for another soft-spoken oracle card pull from me. As any of you who've seen these videos before know, I do not consider myself to be at all witchy, but I love your brains, I love your subconscious, and I think your subconscious will be able to pull what it needs from the oracle cards, because I'm a firm believer that nobody understands and knows you better than you. Okay, so this month we're going to be looking at the Bestiary deck. I do really like this deck. I like the whole series. There are 3 decks in the series and I rotate between all 3, and I love them all very much. They are beautifully illustrated, beautifully written, and again this is not some sort of like witchy interpretation. I have a friend called Lisa. Her channel is It's Practical Magic, so if you are looking for an actual witchy witch person, I will pop her details in the notes and you can check her out. She's smashing. But this is me pulling some cards for you to interpret, and it's for your subconscious to interpret. I think it's a great way of just coaxing your subconscious out to raise its head above the parapet and saying, actually, this could mean this to you. Perhaps this is how we might proceed, or perhaps this thing is blocking us. So it'll be a 2-card pull from this deck. I will pull the cards and then I will read to you about them, and then you can interpret them however you need to. Alright? Okay. Just a quick thank you to my channel members. Thank you so much. I know I'm a very small creator. I'm a nobody. And the fact that anybody at all has chosen to be a channel member, that means the world to me. So let's head in and we'll do a little shuffle and we'll pull some cards, shall we? Come with me. Okay, here is the deck, the illustrated Bestiary Oracle cards by Maya Toll, illustrated by Kate O'Hara. It is pretty, it is shiny, and yeah, let's see what we get today, shall we? I am very much looking forward to this. It's a deck we haven't seen in a while. A 36 card deck of inspiring animals. Could be all sorts. There's insects, mammals, there may be 1 or 2 surprises in here as well. But we'll see what we pull today. Let me take these out and we'll shuffle. So we're going to first take out the booklet. We will definitely be coming to that in just a moment when we come to read about the animals that we have pulled for this month. Oh look, there's a teaser. See? Isn't that beautiful? I don't think we've pulled these yet, but we'll see if we pull them today. As mentioned previously, I have tiny hands, and they're great for some things, but also my shuffling leaves a lot to be desired. Okay. I noticed in a previous video that whilst I was shuffling, I was maintaining eye contact with the camera, and it was probably quite off-putting, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit here shuffling away, briefly looking up every so often, but I'm going to try not to make it weird. Very good at making things weird. Okay, let me just feel just a little bit more of a shuffle. Okay. Let's do this, shall we? Let's see what our first card is. So our first card is kind of a rough indication of where we might be right now. Our second card is the crossing card. There are many ways to do oracle cards, to pull them and to read them, but this is one of the most basic ways, just the 2 cards. So our first card, that's the Sea Eagle. Interesting. Okay. Wow. So look at that. It's just, I didn't know there was specifically a sea eagle. But it looks, wow, these flames on the wings and the tail. There's definitely an element of sun here. The sun and the fire. And we've got the sea, the kind of rosettes of wash of the sea. And I've just noticed this poor little fish, could be an eel, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel as though their moments may be numbered, because the sea eagle may be coming down for a little snack. Now, the sentiment behind this card: renew your life. Okay, interesting. There's a lot of circles in here, in the background as well. I feel like circles have meaning also, so we'll see what the booklet has to say about this one. Okay, right. There it is. And our second card. Oh, cute. Interestingly, another bird. This is not a deck of birds. So that's interesting. So we have the house finch, and we have some green here in the corners. It's a very homely colour. And it's in front of a mirror. I was wondering why I could kind of see. I thought maybe there were 2 of them. But, mirrors are a thing, Tree. So, yeah, it looks like this little finch, little red crown here. Otherwise quite humble looking. I don't know whether this could be the bottom of, could be a bit of a cage, or maybe just a light fitting. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's some sort of maybe filigree type things. So the house finch, and it's using its little beak either to tie up or to unwrap something. I wonder. And is this a rock or is this a little package? It's got this bow here. And it's using its little hands. Its claws, Tree. Birds would look very peculiar with hands. Its claws. So, very interesting. So it's either wrapping something up or unwrapping something. It's very small. This is very large in comparison to such a small bird. And the sentiment behind this one is know your song. And both of those have these beautiful blue coloured edges. Interesting. Got a little bit of a ruffled feather here. So pretty. Okay. Right. Well, bear with me just a moment. I'm going to pop these away, and then I'm going to get the booklet and read about the 2 birds. So I'm glad I popped down some feathers here today, because we have picked some, but no eagle feathers though, I'm afraid. I'm not that fancy, and certainly no fiery feathers. That's a health and safety issue, so no. Okay, bear with me just a moment, darlings. I have returned. going to pop this to one side for just a moment. This is our crossing card, the house finch. And remember, we have the sea eagle. Renew your life. And let's see what the booklet has to say. A medieval tale teaches that when old sea eagle can no longer spot pike jumping in the sea, when her wings feel heavy and slow, she remembers the law of reincarnation. This mystery is passed down to those of her kind who, as fledglings, are strong enough to look straight into the fiery sun. As the ancient knowing rises in her soul, Eagle finds a well of clear, clean water. With that well, as her tether to the earth, she leaps skyward and sunward, flying up until her feathers sear and the fog is burned from her eyes. Then she plummets back to earth, into the depths of the well's water, emerging renewed. Eagle reminds us that our life moves in cycles. When you get tired and burned out, draw on the wisdom of your soul to find renewal. So that is our first card, the Sea Eagle. And that is crossed with the House Finch. Remember, and I would cross it but just for the sake of the video, I'm going to leave it this way round. We know this is our crossing card, okay? Okay, let me find House Finch. Alright. House Finch's song is so sunny and sweet that in the 1940s a speculator tried to sell this small bird, which he called the Hollywood finch, a reference to the finch's Westcote roots, as a pet. The ploy was a flop, perhaps because house finch can't compete with parrot for beauty and cage appeal. Unable to sell his stash of songbirds, the speculator released house finch and friends on Long Island, and from there they quickly spread to bird feeders across the United States. If you, like Finch, have ever been deemed not enough, remember this is exactly how House Finch escaped his gilded cage. Despite being judged as not enough, Finch still sings like a star. You too have a strength, a song. Do you know what it is? Gosh. Okay, well, I hope that was of interest to you. I hope that you have been able to have a little think about how our friends House Finch and Sea Eagle may relate to you. Maybe it's given you something to think about. Come with me. Come on. I know this was a very short video, but I do just like giving people these little monthly tasters of things to think about. And of course it doesn't matter when you're watching, when you're thinking about these things, because it's all down to your subconscious. So perhaps you may interpret things differently from one month to the next, and that's entirely fine. It's just to help you have a good think. I'd like to thank you, if anyone is still here at this point, and I wish you a delightful day, a wonderful week, and of course, the snuggliest of sleeps when it is time to go to bed. Take care.